I got some good news to share with you, Uncle Bill.
What you got news?
I got good news.
What kind of news? Let's hear it.
My doctor, she discharged me today so
Yeah.
I can go back to my regular duties.
Well, that's bad.
I know it is. Yep, I'm I'm 99% healed up. She wants my home health nurse to come out still once or twice until all the redness is gone. But after then, I can go on about my business. I can get in the lake. I can go to the river. I can get in the pond. I can soak in the bathtub or do whatever. So, your prayers has helped to heal me, and I just wanted to come by and thank you for praying for me because I know that you've been in prayer.
I'm praying for your leg to get some healing on
I
it.
know you have. And this is a praise report that I'm giving you because that could have went just the opposite direction to the point that I'd have wound up having to lose a leg
Yeah,
over it. You know that,
Yeah.
especially whenever you're diabetic.
yeah,
So you was fortunate you're not a diabetic, but once you become a certain age and your weight being fat, of course, it's not your fault. It's not your fault that the government poisoned me and made me gain about 150 pounds. That's not your fault. It's not my fault. Surely you don't think that I want to be this way, do you?
no,
I don't want to be this way.
no. No,
And you don't want to be the way that you are, pertaining to your eyes and your ears starting to diminish on you. You don't want to be that way, but you know what? We just take it laying down. The Bible says, he who shall endure it until the end, the same shall be saved. We don't know how much we're going to have to endure. We don't know. We don't know how much we're going to have to endure. But the Bible says that if we do endure to the end towards keeping the faith with Christ, the same shall be saved. And I truly believe that, Uncle
Yeah.
Bill, and I know that you do.
Yeah. I got to go to the doctor tomorrow.
Do you?
Yeah.
Over
I
your
just got
eyes
through-
or your ears or
My
what?
eyes. I just got through going to the doctor, and he stuck a needle in this side, and pumped some jump in it.
I can tell it don't look normal. It don't look normal at all. Can you see out of it at all?
Yeah, I can see out of it.
Can you?
He's trying to save it from going blind and sticking fluid in it.
Okay.
And he puts something, he sticks a needle in it and shoots something in it
Right.
to take care of the fluid.
And that's the same eye I'm assuming that you had that chemo done in.
I had it where they popped it out and pulled radiation, sort of pack of radiation on the back of it.
Thank God for medicine. Thank God for modern medicine, because if we didn't have modern medicine, we would all be suffering, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
We'd all be suffering. Listen, congratulations, your man made it into office.
Yeah. You didn't vote for him either, did you?
I didn't vote for him, but I didn't vote against him. I didn't vote for the other candidate
You
neither.
know, the Lord's holding you responsible to vote for stuff like that. If you're supposed to vote and you're not, and you know what's right and wrong, and you don't do it, the Lord's holding you responsible for that.
I just didn't want to participate because I personally feel like that it don't matter if you put in the Democrats and the Republicans in power at the same time, that we have went too far. They've gone too far, and the system is unrepairable.
No. Old Trump's gonna fix it. You watch him. He
I hope he
stayed
does.
the whole time in there them other 4 years, and he didn't take a dime of salary of it.
I'm aware of that.
He ain't in there for the money
I'm aware of that.
because he don't need the money.
Well, he
And
got shot at. He got hit. He got shot at.
Well, he got attempted 4 or 5 times on his line.
Oh, he has.
Yes. They caught another man trying to get in there. Well, they've got one at the golf course that's going to shoot him. You know
Yeah,
that
I've seen
one. And
that.
one
I've seen
shot
that.
him,
I've seen
got
that.
his ear. And then they got another guy was
Well,
he was
the-
trying
there-
to make himself make a newsman,
There-
and come to find out he had weapons all over him, and his car was loaded with weapons.
My God.
And he was trying to get in there where he was.
So he was an imposter in pretending that he was a newsman.
Yeah. He
You
was
know, I've always thought about that right there has to be a breach, or could be a breach, depending upon what kind of a news cycle that they got in bringing in strangers in there, because you don't never know whenever that camera's pointing at you, that may be a gun pointing at you.
Yeah.
I mean, do you really know? Because they got cameras You know, do you really know if they're in there to do their job, or are they imposters?
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
telling me that there was an imposter and they caught him before he ever got?
Yeah, but these people, there's several attempts been on his life. So they want to get rid of him because they don't. They're trying to, but he's trying to break that up. What they got going up there in the White House, he's trying to
Absolutely.
break it all up.
Absolutely.
And they don't like him. He's wanting to put term limits on them politicians. up there,
Absolutely.
and they don't like that. Them 40 years, people been there for 40 years. All they've done is run their mouth, and they ain't done nothing.
Ain't done nothing but get up there and argue and fuss and fight and showboat and get on camera, and then as soon as their job's over with, and they wind up with all kind of money stuffed back in their banks because they made this deal and that deal and this deal and that deal. Then they write a book and they make all kind of money off the books. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
money, 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 money.
They've got rich off of those
They've
poor
got-
man's taxes.
Yeah, they've gotten rich.
It's time for that to be broke up there. And he's gonna break it up.
Well,
And they don't like
they
it.
was talking this morning about him the day that he gets elected. I don't know if he's going to do it or not.
He's already elected.
He's already elected, but whenever he becomes a president
Yeah.
officially, that he's going to sign a declaration of an emergency towards gathering up all these illegals
He's gonna send them back.
and send them back.
Yeah.
And he's getting the military involved. That way, if it is a problem, the military can handle it.
Yeah.
Because you know good and well, not everybody's going to want to go back.
No.
They're not going to want to go back voluntarily.
No.
I wouldn't want to go back if I was living in Honduras and everything was drug related and you got all these freaking gang wars and all this crazy stuff going on. I wouldn't want to go back neither, would you?
No. Them Democrats, they give them all $5,000 a piece and put them in here, give them a place to live and everything.
I don't know about the $5,000. Did you hear anything about that boy that they shot, Homeland Security shot, that he had been paid by Iran?
Yeah, the Iran is
That they found a trace of money that come from Iran that paid him to do that.
Yeah,
You believe that?
yeah. Well, the Democrats were behind that. They're pushing Iran to do that.
Well, there's no doubt that they was not implementing the proper security for Donald Trump at that time because his detail was down to almost nothing before that happened, and now he's got I guess he's got the military traveling around with him now,
Well, he's
and he got to because there's too many nut jobs in the world,
Yeah.
Uncle Bill.
too many people after him now. Them Democrats wants to kill him because it's messing up their party.
Well, that should.
Some of his own people in the Republicans is against him too.
Oh, they are. I didn't know that.
Yes, sir. But he's going in there a lot wiser now than he was the first time. He knows who
Absolutely.
to trust and who not to trust.
Absolutely, absolutely. He knows now who's playing him and who's for real.
Right. He knows who's against him, who ain't now.
Yep.
He ain't a politician. He's a businessman.
Oh yeah, I know. I
All the
know.
rest of them guys in there running, they politicians. They politicians. This,
Well, now
this
I heard
country is
something about. I think it was Biden's administration that just got through giving the Ukrainians permission of using long range missiles. In other words, if that be the case, that means that they can fire upon to the Kremlin.
Well, they did. They fired one into Russia, a United States missile. The Ukrainians did today.
They did.
Yes, they used a U.S. missile. It was just big start a war.
Fixing to start a major war, ain't it?
Yes.
Especially whenever all them soldiers come over there from North Korea. What was it? Over 1,000 North Korean soldiers that is saddling up with Putin?
I don't know.
Yeah, over 1,000. So anytime you start getting other countries involved, now you're talking about a world war.
Yeah.
You're talking about a world war.
It's going to get a world war started if you ain't real careful. Trump is trying to stop it too.
Well, yeah, because I heard Putin say something about Trump. He's serious about wanting to stop this war. He wants peace, and of course, I'm pretty sure if they sent out a long range missile today and it hit somewhere pretty close to the Kremlin over there, I'm pretty sure that that's just going to bring that much more animosity. But the thing about it is, we got that boiling right now over on the other side of the Pacific,
Yeah.
and then we got another ordeal going on pertaining to the Middle East. So, what would happen if two world wars broke out at the same time?
There'd be a lot of war. And especially with the kind of stuff they got now, the weapons they got.
Lord, yes. They got stuff now that'll
Without
take
wiping
out a
out.
whole community just with just one shot, just
Yeah,
about it.
They just about wipe out the whole everything.
Uh-huh. And how about all these drones? Drone warfare. I mean, these drones are dangerous. You can
Yeah,
put
they got
explosives on them
weapons on
things.
They got weapons. They use weapons on them.
I seen a thing on TV the other day.
I got a drone.
You do?
Yeah.
You ain't got it attached to nothing, do you?
No, it's got a camera on it.
Oh, does it?
Put it in there and I can take a picture of the stuff I go over with you.
In case there's a tornado or something, you can see the damages around. I got you. They got this thing now. You know what a roach is?
Yeah, it crawls on the ground. It's one of
Yeah, it's kind
It's
of
in a
it's
house.
kind of long and it's got a bunch of legs on it, right? Okay. They've got a thing now that's a digital roach that's got a camera on it that they can lay on the ground and it can go underneath your door. If they're fixing to bust you, say they're fixing to raid you, they can take that roach that'll get in that house some way or another and look around and identify who all's in that house before the cops ever come in there and raid you.
Yeah, I ain't heard that.
Yeah, they got a little bitty bug, and you'd think that it's just a regular bug. By looking at it, it looks like a regular bug, but that thing is full of all kind of freaking equipment.
If I seen him in my house, I'd stomp him.
I'm telling you, technology is going to run the world.
Yeah, it's done it.
No, we ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, these computers is running everything. They can shut everything down now. These computers.
That's what I'm afraid of. Cyber warfare.
Yeah.
Somebody going to wind up shutting down a bunch of satellites and stuff. You know good and
Shut
well.
it
You know good and well that right there would start a war.
Yeah.
That would start a physical, literal confrontation
They
if
ain't
somebody
gonna
done
have-
that.
They ain't gonna have no way to get their stuff around. You're gonna shut your vehicles down. Everything's run by computer now.
I know. You know all these new cars now, they got a chip in them,
Yeah.
but they got this other thing to where it'll shut it down, just like on an 18-wheeler. I don't know if Jason ever explained it to you or not, but these big corporations now keep up with their men towards where they go with them trucks, because that's a lot of money. They got this thing that sits up on top, GPS,
Yeah.
and they'll know exactly where that truck is at any given day or night. And guess what else that they got now? If the driver decides that he's gonna sponge on the books a little bit, and he's gonna drive 12 hours, and he's only supposed to drive 10, that truck will automatically shut down.
Yeah. Well, they got that on the telephones. They track you with your telephone now where you at. Reba can track all their workers with their telephone.
Well, you got cameras in the house. Does she have it hooked up to where all she's got to do is look at the phone and see whether or not you're still walking around in there?
No, she ain't got that on it yet.
But you can get
Yeah,
that. You can get an app to where you could pair it to the camera, and where she can be flying over America in an airplane, going to another country, and look at that camera, and say, "Well, there's Daddy. He's doing all right."
Yeah. Well, I don't doubt the government ain't using the TV to look in your house to start with and that right now.
I've been told that it's a possibility. I don't know how true
I
it
don't
is.
doubt it.
I've also been told these smart meters that they put now on people's houses. You used to have that little winding thing that went around and around and around. Well, now they don't have that. Now
Word
it's,
bird up on the house.
now it's all digital.
Yeah.
But if you look over to one side, it'll be looks like a small little light right
Yeah.
there, and it's called a smart meter. Okay, and it's not that that little light can see you, but you know what that smart meter can do? It can detect in that house, because everything is electronic. It can detect whether or not there's one person, two people, or 20 people in that house. It can detect whether or not everybody's upstairs or downstairs.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir. That's why it's called a smart meter.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how that they can do that. Now, since 9/11, they have changed a lot of the equipment in these TVs and in your microwaves and stuff to where it's got basically smart technology in your TV and smart technology in all your appliances that you
Well,
buy
now I
now.
got a TV. They call it the smart TV now.
Well, then it's a possibility that they may can monitor you.
Yeah, you don't tell what they've done to it.
I guarantee you they can monitor and know just exactly what programs you've been watching and how long you've been on the TV and whether or not you're a TV buff. You leave the TV on all the time or you just turn it on once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
But you got to go to the doctor. Where you got to go to the doctor? Jackson?
No, I'm uptown here.
Well,
He checks the pressure in my eyes.
you got somebody coming to get you?
Laura's coming to Laura, take me up there. The mailman ain't run yet. I'm supposed to get some eye medicine today.
What do you think about it getting dark at 5 o'clock? I don't like that, do you?
Well, yeah, it's 20 minutes till 5 now, and I don't know if he's done run. Usually,
How would you
he
know
runs
if he
about
did?
4:30.
How do you know if he does?
Well, I seen
That's
him.
awful late to be running your mail.
Well, he's a part-time runner, is what he is. He runs just on Mondays. And he's probably got a job, and he does this part-time.
I tell you what Trump is doing. He's roughing up some feathers, ain't he?
Yeah.
He's roughing up some feathers.
Yep.
Now there's your mailman. Talk about the devil and his sins will
That's
appear.
him right there.
There you go.
Yeah, well, he usually runs somewhere around 4 to 4:30.
So he goes down that way first, and then
and
he'll
then
come.
comes back here and stops here, yeah.
So what? Take him about another 30 minutes to get to your house.
No, he's about 10 minutes. He got to row up there and he'll come back.
10 minutes. He can go all the way to the river in 10 minutes and then back.
It's just a mailbox or two up there. He just don't everybody live up here. Just certain people live here.
Oh, okay.
About 10, 15 minutes. He'll be back.
So he don't have to go all the way down the hill, down by the river.
Well, he might go down there. I don't know, but it's not but 2 or 3 people. It gets mail down there.
How far is it, Mary River?
Here, it's probably less than a quarter of a mile,
2 or 3 tenths.
something like that.
Probably be shorter going to it this way, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's park's right down here.
Park's right down here. You're probably looking at 2 tenths
Yeah.
going that way, and maybe 3 tenths going that way. Well, whoever that is slowing down, ain't they?
I don't know.
Acting
I
like
thought
they's
gonna
gonna-
pull in here.
I know, act like this gonna stop, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
Wonder what's up with that. It seems like every time I come out here, Uncle Bill, I got people listening and watching and spying on me. They know whenever I come out here to see you. Did you know that?
Yeah, well, everybody watches for this stuff out here because there's a lot of crime going on out here.
What I'm saying is they know whenever I'm here.
Yeah,
They know that I'm here.
yeah, they know. And
In other words, if there was a stranger, if there was a strange car sitting out there, they would know that it was a strange car.
yeah,
And I'm going to tell you how I know. It's because I went after I visited you the last time. What was that, about 2 or 3 weeks?
yeah,
I left from here and down here at this little old store. My God, you couldn't park a car down there. I mean, it was full.
well,
So I walk in there and I'm thinking to myself, what's going on in here? Well, come to find out, they're playing bingo.
mm-hmm,
And some of them bingo games get up pretty high.
mm-hmm.
We talking like $5,000 for
The
the
money playing them?
for the grand prize, yeah.
Well,
Well, I went in there and I looked around and I ordered me a cheeseburger and some fries. And I wasn't going to sit in there because they were drinking and stuff. It's basically like a lounge or something. And I went ahead and got my cheeseburger and went outside. But you know what? That was one of the best cheeseburgers that I think I've ever eaten.
Where'd you go to the little store at? Then?
Right down here, right down here below you.
Right there on that curve as you come out here?
Yes, yes. It was full of people.
I didn't know he made sandwiches in there.
Hamburgers and French fries. Yeah.
He's got gas pumps there.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, whenever I went by there, I guarantee you there was 30 cars there.
Well.
You couldn't hardly find a place to park your vehicle.
Huh.
And whenever I walked in there, a ball game had just ended. I guess they was betting on the ball game. A ball game had just ended, and then they went to playing bingo because I could hear them playing bingo and calling out numbers. But not only do they play bingo here, but they got 3 or 4 other places around in up around here in Paris Lane that they're playing bingo too. And of course, I guess what they do, they compile the winning prize there towards the last. And sometimes the winning prize can be way on up there, Uncle Bill. That's something you should be involved in.
Yeah, I guess so.
Give you something to do, and maybe win some daggone money.
I
Huh?
got all these leaves yet to clean up around here.
You can't blow leaves from one yard to another. If you do, you get sued.
I ain't blowing them to 1 yard, and I'm blowing them and burning them.
Oh, y'all. You know, there's been people that's been in fights over leaves. Blowing leaves on somebody.
Well, you have there's more discussions and trouble over property lines than there is anything.
It is, ain't it? It really is. And it's ridiculous. Because it ain't like that you can eat it. It ain't like that you can lay down and sleep on it, you know, every inch of it. I mean, if you got a piece of property, you got a piece of property.
Yeah.
If your tree, if the neighbor's tree is on the neighbor's yard and the limb falls down and hits your car, then I can understand you holding your neighbor liable because it was his tree and his limb that fell on your car that tore your car all to pieces. But nitpicking over leaves?
Yeah.
What's up with that, Uncle Bill?
I don't know.
People just want to fight.
People just don't. They're just hard to get along with.
They don't
now.
want to get along.
They're ill. Everybody's ill now.
Now here comes your mailman right here. You think he'll stop at your place?
Yeah, he gonna stop.
What's his name?
Yeah, he gonna stop.
You know his name?
No. Hey,
Hey, buddy.
hey.
We appreciate you running. You the postmaster? You ain't got no certified nothing, do you?
What's that?
No certified, no boxes or nothing.
No, he ain't got nothing on by the way.
Okay. You have a good evening. He keeps that yellow blinking light all the time on,
Uh-huh.
where people know that he's be alerted. They'll alert him. That blinking light alerts people, don't it?
Yeah. He's the mailman.
What's his name? Do you know his
I
name?
don't know his name. He's just a young boy.
Is he? Been doing it all year as a fill-in?
He just runs on Monday. There's a woman. The woman.
She's a full-time?
Runs it. She's the regular mail woman. She's the regular mail woman. Her name's Tabby.
I got you. Well, there's a mailman and there's a mail woman,
Yeah.
and I guess
She runs it.
and I guess today, whenever you have all these LGBTQ people, and you got males that's had operations and turned themselves into females, and females that turn themselves into males, what do you do about that? What do you call them?
Oh.
You know, that's been the kick up. A lot of these parents is kicking up about they don't want a male competing with their daughter in school, in ball games and stuff like that, plus going into the locker room, knowing good and well that was originally a male, but now he's been fixed as a female.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to mailbox.
Do you think that's right for people to get operations like that, Uncle Bill?
I don't know. I guess.
If they had that going on whenever you was a kid, would you consider doing something like that?
No.
Not even.
Legs are working.
Not even. Well, you're still getting around okay.
Yeah,
for a 92-year-old codger. You're just an old codger, you know it? That's all you are, old codger. You know, Uncle Bill, you're getting at the age, I ain't trying to tell you what to do, but you're getting at the age that you need a cane. Do you not have a cane? Do you have a cane?
A cane?
Yeah, a cane.
Yeah, I got one.
Well, you need to, whenever you get out here walking around, you need to have it because you can always slip and fall.
Well, that cane ain't gonna keep me from falling.
It'll help. It'll help you from falling, help keep you balanced.
Mm-hmm. Well, I usually make it after I get to walking a while.
Well, that's a certified piece of mail right there, ain't it?
That's $200. That is $265 worth.
What in the world is it?
Little old bottle of eye medicine, about that big, tall.
You get it once a week, once a month?
I get it once a month.
Ah. And it comes in a certified UPS package like that?
Yeah, well, I
Of course
don't drive to go to town. I did.
I got you.
Well, I can't get it open.
I got a thing here.
Huh?
I got a thing here.
I got a knife in my
Oh, do you?
pocket.
Okay. You used to always keep a case on you. You still a case man, or you a old timer man? What do you got now? Case or old timer? Huh?
This is a case here.
I figured you was a case. You probably don't even have no old timers, do you?
Yeah, I got a bunch of knives.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
I guess I got 25 or 30.
My goodness. You got any kind that's got the true bone handle in them?
Yeah.
What kind of them?
Got the rooster.
Okay. You know, back in your day, whenever you was growing up, that was a big thing towards playing marbles and trading knives. You know
Yeah.
it? That was a big thing.
Used to be a knife called a king cutter, and I've got one of them.
A tin cutter.
King cutter. Uh-huh. I got a.
Is the company still making those knives?
I don't really know.
Because I ain't seen a tin cutter in probably 20 years.
I got a square. My daddy had the name King Cutter, a little 16 square. They got 16 on little squares. You square stuff off with.
You got one of them shaving knives where you can shave?
No.
You don't have one of them? What's the name of that medication?
Lunagan.
Lumagan.
Lunagan.
Lunagan.
Lunagan, yeah. That is the name of this medicine is Lunagan.
Lunagan.
Uh-huh.
And it's supposed to be for your symptoms.
Yes.
And it's got medication in it.
Yes.
Now you're telling me it's $200 something a bottle. Now is that
$265.
now is that what you got to pay, or is that what the insurance pays?
I had to pay $50 or $60 on it.
So they take that out of your account every time they send you a bottle?
Yeah, well, they got my credit card. They use the credit card.
Yeah. But you don't have to fool with it, right? I mean, it goes out automatically.
Uh-huh.
Have they ever cheated you?
Not that I know of.
You know, there was a feller up there in southern Illinois that started making money off of his patients. He was
Yeah, they kind of slammed my little box stuff around.
he was a pharmacist, and
You see that little bitty bottle?
mhm,
$265 worth.
that ain't even an ounce, is it?
No, it's a hundredths of an ounce.
A hundredth of an ounce. Anyways, they got to noticing that everybody that had cancer in this area started dying. Everybody that was going through chemotherapy started dying. Well, they got to looking around, and what caught this pharmacist is that he had done already stuffed back about $2 million in his bank account. And that was a red flag right there. You know what the guy was doing? He was cutting people's dosages. And if a doctor prescribed for the chemotherapy to be this amount, he would cut it. He would cut the medicine, store the medicine in a vial, and then later he would sell the medicine back through the pharmaceutical, and he'd pocket the money. And I don't know if you know this about chemotherapy. That stuff's very, very expensive, Uncle Bill. Huh?
Yeah.
Very expensive. But that guy was basically murdering them people by giving them half the dosage that the doctor was giving them. I think he went up for life without parole, if I'm not mistaken. People nowadays they don't have no morals pertaining to how far they'll stoop, do they?
No.
Of course, if you really get to looking at people's always been people, and there's always been a certain percentage of them that's been rotten and sorry. Just like years ago, whenever you had grave diggers, people that dig up people's graves just to get silver and gold out of their teeth. Did you know that they've made a law in America? I don't know when it was made, but if a mortuary, you come in there, your body comes in there, and you got gold teeth or silver teeth, by law they have to pull your teeth out and make sure that they don't bury your body with that gold or that silver in your mouth.
Well.
Now ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
But that's pretty low life. That's pretty low life. Anybody gonna dig up somebody's grave just to make $1 or $2 off of you, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yeah.
But they used to do it. Called grave robbers.
Yeah.
Called grave robbers. Well, you feel better now that your man's gotten in power, or back in power?
Say what?
Do you feel better now that your man has gotten back in
Oh
power?
yeah. He knows how to run the country. He knows how to get stuff done.
Did you know there's not been but 3 presidents that's been reelected more than once that got out of the arena and then went back into the arena? There's not been but 3 that I know of. I don't forgot their names, but it's very few people that leave the White House and then decide that they're going to run again 4 years later and get it.
Well, most people don't never run. That's just put their 2 terms in there. They don't run back no more. They can go. They can run for 2 terms and then got to get out.
You got to get out. That's right.
Yeah.
But can't you get back in
Yeah.
after 4 more years? Can't you get back in there again?
4 more years, you can run again if you want to.
Right. But you can't be in there consecutively
No.
for 12 years.
No.
In other words, it's an 8-year job
It's 8 years. You
at the
can
very
go.
most. It may just
You
be.
automatically out in 8 years.
Yeah. Well, Donald Trump says that he's not going to run again.
So what?
Donald Trump ain't going to run again.
How you know he ain't?
I think that's word on the street. I don't think he's going to run again.
I hadn't heard him say that. But I don't imagine he won't run no more. He ain't no young man. He's in his 70s. I don't know how he made all them many trips and done what he done.
You know, that's got to be hard on you, getting in them airplanes and,
Well, sure.
and going through that, what is that, a deer? Oh, that's a big one, Uncle Bill.
2 deers right there on the side of the road. See 'em?
That's a big one. Look at her. She's a
They're
big
sitting here talking. They just sitting there rocking right down the
Well, I
line of
see
the
the
road.
second one. Where's the second one at, Uncle Bill? There ain't no 2 deer out there, Uncle
Yeah, there
Bill.
he goes. He's walking down the street there.
Oh, okay, it is, ain't it? That looks like maybe her baby, about half grown. Them things are a nuisance. You hit one of them things, it'll tear one of these new vehicles all to pieces.
You gotta watch driving about this time of night. You gotta watch. They'll jump out.
But these new cars
and
is
they're still sitting right there.
made out of plastic. You hit a daggum big dog or a deer, it'll tear them all to pieces.
Yeah,
They just fall apart. They just fall apart.
yeah. That old deer just walking on off. This don't worry. dragging. But if one come over here and out there, and
Why
lay
don't
down
you
that-
kill them
that
and eat them,
building-
Uncle Bill? You can kill a deer and eat it.
Huh?
You can kill deer and eat them.
Yeah, but I don't eat them.
You don't eat. You
I
don't
don't
eat.
eat meat.
You told me that
All right.
before.
I did. Look, he didn't even see that deer. That deer was up right out in front of him.
He almost got him too, didn't he?
There's one come out and laid down by that building right yonder one day. It had 3 little bitty deers about like that.
Wow.
One come over here in my yard, 2 come over my yard eating, one got over there eating. They found them mosed off down through there.
Did they have spots on them? Did
Yeah.
the little deer
Yeah,
have
they
little
had
spots on
on
them?
them.
Really?
Yeah.
So they were still immature.
Yeah. But
Wow.
they were still nursing, I imagine. But they was eating little bit of grass.
Hardly
There's
ever you
something
see
out
them
of my
have.
yard.
Hardly ever you see them have triplets like that.
You don't see them, no. You don't see many of them got 2. You know, most of the time it's 1. You know.
Yeah, that's pretty common to have 2,
Yeah.
but to have 3, that's very
That's
uncommon.
real odd. But that had three little deers.
Wow. Well, listen, it's starting to get dark. It's 5:01. You've got your medication. You probably hadn't eaten yet. I don't want to bother you pertaining to your lifestyle. I just wanted to come by and tell you that
Come
I've
on,
gotten a
man.
good bill of health.
Yeah, well, that's good.
I've gotten a
you
good
get
bill of
fine.
health. In other words, your prayers come through, buddy.
Don't like, come on down there. It ain't good and dark.
It's twilight. We're in twilight right now.
Yeah.
Where it's in between.
That old pole's gonna fall with my light on down. It's rotting out down there at the bottom.
Sure is, ain't it? Hey, listen, you know the weather's gonna change.
Yeah, it's gonna change. It's gonna start raining tonight and get down into the 50s in through the day. That'll be cold.
Yeah.
I don't never remember having this shirt sleeve weather this late in the year. This is the 11th month, and we're walking around here in shirt sleeves weather.
I know. That's weird. That's odd. But have you ever seen, what was it, 4 years ago? Whenever it was December, like just a few days being Christmas, whenever it warmed up about 80 degrees and all them tornadoes come out of nowhere.
Storms.
Storm, bad storm.
Yeah, that's what
Horrible storm.
it is. It's just warm this time of year. You have some bad storms.
I wonder why.
I don't know. It's just the way it does. Storms are getting worse anyhow than they used to be.
They seem to be, don't they?
That's just the time.
Seems like they're more frequent. You get more of them, and it seems like whenever they get on the ground, they just take out everything.
They stay on the ground. They're bad.
Well, that one stayed on the ground for 250 miles.
Yeah.
250 miles.
I
Uncle
know.
Bill started way over there in Arkansas somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it was Arkansas. Went over the
Kept
Mississippi
coming.
River, come through New Bern, or not New Bern, but
Yeah.
Yorkville,
Yeah.
or not Yorkville, but over by Reelfoot Lake. And then it kept going until they hit over there in Hickman, Kentucky. It took Hickman, Kentucky. It took half of their town out.
Yeah.
And we're talking about some of them buildings was built in the early 1900s, and some of them buildings had not cinder blocks, but I'm talking about big boulder blocks,
Yeah, I know it.
probably about 18 to 24 inches thick walls that thick,
I know it.
blowed them down like it wasn't nothing.
Why don't you pick them cars up and fix them up and move them?
How about all that stuff that happened up there in East Tennessee?
Yeah.
Did you see where whole towns was gone?
Yeah, they wiped them out. Wiped the towns out. That was the water that did that.
Water's powerful, isn't it?
It's powerful. Well, they use water to cut steel with it. Take a stream of water and then cut the letters out.
Have you ever thought about this? You know, scientists for I guess the past 200 years have been scratching their head. How in the world did the Egyptians cut them blocks to make them pyramids, and every block is exactly the same? How did they cut them, Uncle Bill?
I don't know.
How did they cut them blocks?
How did they? It's for this country the way they did. They went over mountains and let wagons down the mountains, ropes and stuff.
Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
Lewis and Clark, and
Amazing
also.
how they explored this country.
Well, it's something else. I think that they had to have some other type of technology that we haven't tapped into yet, that they had tapped into back during that time to be able to cut them blocks that accurate.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they was using sonar. I don't know if they was using water. I don't know if they was using something else, but they was using something to cut them
Yeah, I know
blocks
it.
that perfect.
I don't know what they used, but they got it done.
Sure did. Well, I'm gonna get on.